Alrighty, back in the shed again. A few things I'm going to talk about. So he's got some new camping gear, or essentially a new tent, new cooking gear, much lighter, much nicer. New riding gear, much cooler, much lighter. And an upcoming trip which is around 800 kilometres, maybe 900. I'll do it over a period of 3 nights, or 2 nights, 3 days, so should be fun. I guess first thing we can look at, we might look at the old tent, the new tent. So my other tent is a nature hike, which I've been using for a while, which is a sort of a front entry tent, which is fine if that's what you like. It's usable, it's comfortable, but getting in and out's a bit of a drama, bit of a hassle for me, and you also probably lose a bit of the view. Whereas this tent, this is the Denali Kakadu 2, it is a side entry tent, but it had one fundamental fault, that just a design fault that's annoying to me, and that's in order to set the tent up, you feed the fiberglass poles through these sleeves, which is doable, but there's not much joy in it. If you haven't got them the exact right length, you try and set it up, it was an absolute pain. So I've ended up got my partner to sew some loops on the top. So now this tent is a whole lot easier to set up. I'll show you how easy it is now. Yeah, so set the poles up in each corner. They're pretty well, each side has each pole in it. So then you cross them over, hold these two together, lean down, pick up around the centre of the tent, click it over there. So now we have one side clicked on, while still holding that. Click the other side on. Two clips. Keep it simple. Could have used more, but I've just done 2. And now it's freestanding. That is so much easier than what it was. So once you've got the top ones up, then you go through and you can set up all these other ones. I won't set them all up because there's no real point, but just these little fellas here. It's just so much easier to set up. And I love this side entry idea. It's just far easier to get in and out of. You get far better view. And when you put the fly over it, I've got a little veranda system, which I'll put some footage up how I've set that up, with some poles. So you can literally just sit there, watch the world go by beside a creek or whatever, with extra shade. And it just looks cool. It's just a good design. But this tent, so I've only used it the once. The first night I used it, which was out around the Barringtons, we had a fair bit of rain that night, and not one drop come in this. None through the bottom, obviously, none through the fly. So I'm very happy with that. So yeah, for $99, that was, I think it was a BCF club member price or whatever. Normally about 100 or 200, but 99 bucks, pretty amazing value for money tent. It's a little bit heavier than the other tent, than the nature hike I've been using, and it was far more painful to set up, but with these clips sewn in on these sleeves, mate, this is super easy to set up now. Alright, so from tents, I guess we can go to cooking gear. Stick with the camping theme. Show you some new stuff. So this one bag, which I easily can carry on my bike, I'll sort of strap it on the outside of a pannier. Super simple. This bag has all my cooking gear and the ability to get firewood all into one hit. And this probably weighs, I reckon, 800 grams, maybe a kilo. Anyway, so we've sort of upgraded everything. We'll start off with not that one, that's the wood gathering machine. So this is now the new cooking system. Simple as this. And it's as simple as, yeah, as literally one pan. So this pan's titanium, absolutely weighs nothing. Like, I don't know how many grams that weighs. I'm amazed how light it is. pan, straight onto a fire, or a gas cooker or whatever, but I just use fire, that's me. My old titanium cutlery, I think that was 20 something dollars. The pan was 25, and you can see we're lacking a sort of a decent knife to cut up steak, and that's where this little fella comes in. A mate gave me this, felt sorry for me eating tuna with a stick, so he gave me this little spork, but I didn't even know at the time that this spork, I'm going to open it carefully, it's a bit sharp. This spork contains a really sharp, chunky little knife in it. And I thought it was a bit of a novelty, this, but this stuff's made in America and it's rated as proper survival gear. So this is an awesome little knife combo. So we've got everything in one hit there. Probably thinking, what's this? So this is essentially my fire starting kit in one go. All I'll take 2 or 3 lighters for the fear of one not working. And I just take bits of old motorbike tube, chopped up, and I use them as fire lighters. They burn pretty well, not as good as a shop bought one, but they work pretty good. Definitely get your fire going. So that's it. Back in here. Sit that in there. And back in here. So that's my cooking gear, entirety of it. So this fella, part of the camping system, you probably noticed a lot of times I'm breaking up trees and sticks and stuff with my knees or standing on or whatever. So this will take out some of that. So I ended up getting a nice bush saw. This one's surprisingly cheap and amazingly good. I think it was $26. And it's just scary sharp and scary effective. Give it a bit of a shred out in the yard there before, just mucking around a couple of days ago, and yeah, very impressed with how well this cuts and how little it weighs. Just got to be a bit careful with the blade because it's it will soon chop you up. That's it. So between that all put into there is gathering wood, fire going, cooking food, and storage, carrying on the bike in one little setup. Yeah, as we all know, like summer, it's a pretty horrible time to ride, pretty uncomfortable. Beautiful time to be out exploring and swimming and all that sort of stuff. But so to wear protective gear and to enjoy a ride without being covered in sweat, and it's pretty tough. Even like here on the north coast is pretty hard going at times in summer, and those further north. I don't know how you guys ride up North Queensland and Darwin and all this and up in the Territory, mate. Hats off to you, but for me, summer is an awesome time to get out and explore, but yeah, there's some hardship with the heat. So I've pretty well upgraded all my summer riding gear. So what's on the table now is the entirety of my summer gear, and the total combined weight of all this is virtually nothing, and still with pretty good protection, particularly the jacket. But I'll go through everything and show you why I've got and what I've got and why I've got it. I guess the first thing we'll probably start off is the pants. We'll fold the jacket over for a sec, put him over. So I've ended up going to MX pants. Bear in mind, everything you're looking at is my summer kit, right? So the MX pants, perforated, fair chunk of white in them, obviously reflective and cool, perforation, plenty of airflow, tiny bit, small amount of protection on the knees, but virtually nothing. But good wear areas on the inside for against your seat. Yeah, you rub against the seat, not going to wear them out in a hurry. I can't even describe how light these are. They are so light. But essentially there's no real protection in them. You've got a tiny bit of sort of hip foam. It's like 4mm foam. It virtually wouldn't do anything. So just to give it some protection whilst remaining cool, I've ended up getting some knee pads. These are sort of a rubberized pad, Alpine Star ones, and they are very comfortable and great for that. I guess they're a first impact sort of a pad is how you describe them, but they're certainly comfortable to wear. It'll take out some of the impact of your knees hitting the ground, and they're just light, comfortable, and plenty of air rips through them as well. So between that, there's a degree of safety, a little bit of safety. So you have plenty of comfort with this system, and some degree of protection. Alrighty, the new jacket. This thing is awesome, absolutely awesome. So this is a Komine mesh jacket, and I am amazed by how much airflow goes through these. Every black panel you're looking at is mesh. Alright, you've probably even seen the collar here. You probably see my fingers behind the jacket. That's how much airflow goes through this thing. So it's super light, super comfortable, super airy. This is like just wearing a t-shirt in terms of airflow. But it has really good protection. I'm amazed by the protection put within this jacket. I put the model up of this jacket because I've forgotten it offhand, but I'm astounded by it. It's incredible. So this, you probably hear there is hard CE plastic guards in the elbows. There's back protection. Sort of a foam, a denser sort of foam, quite a high dense foam in here, right up to the back of the neck there, to there. And amazingly, for a lightweight mesh jacket, it has chest protection. There's CE2 armour in there as well. I'll pull one of the pads out, I had it out before. It has proper chest protection, which is, I've got two other jackets and none of them come with this amount of protection of this one. So yeah, awesome. Komine have put an amazing amount of protection into a mesh jacket, and even the mesh itself apparently is really well wearing in a slide situation. Well, one hand putting that back is too hard, so you can sit there for a bit. So this jacket, it's only done one run. I've done probably 700 kilometres with it. So I've gone from 28 degrees down to 17, and even at 17, all I did was I put a jumper underneath it, and I was fine running around the top of the Barringtons. And when I got down to the bottom in the hot country at 28 degrees, it was perfect. It's like wearing a t-shirt. Also, you can get a waterproof liner for it, and this liner is very light, a couple of 100 grams, super comfortable, has the same sort of inner sensation on your skin. It's not like that. It's got sort of a mesh inner lining with a waterproof outer lining on it, and it's, mate, straight on. There goes the wind, there goes the moisture, and a jumper underneath. I hate the cold, and yeah, that would probably do me 3 seasons with that combination. All right, and the final thing, some mesh gloves. These are Komine gloves as well. So incredibly light, very comfortable. As soon as I put them on, I just felt instantly comfortable. Hard knuckles, protection, and you see the light grey between the fingers. Literally, just by moving my hand like that, I can feel the air going through the fingers. So the entire sides of the fingers and all that grey area is mesh for air to go through, and there's mesh on the top, although most of the air flows through the front. Super comfortable, super light. Rigged up, gear, new tent, cooking gear, so we're pretty organised. Yeah, it's got a pretty good ride coming up. Looking forward to it. Got a 4-day weekend. Yeah, it's going to head out up over the divide, up over through Gyra, down towards Bundara Way. Got a camping spot there, sorted close to the river, so that'll be cool. And then from there, I'm going to head down via all some nice back roads, back through Kingston, and sort of head my way south, and end up down at I think it's Lake Keep at the dam down there near Nundle. Camp on there for a night, which will be nice. I haven't slept on a dam for a while, so that'll be cool. And then go through Nundle, through Hanging Rock, and then down Nowandock Road through to Wingham, and then head on home. But it's about 800 kilometres, maybe a bit more. It was 1,000, but I had to shorten a bit due to accommodation issues, but got that sorted now. So yeah, probably 800 plus this ride, so really looking forward to it. Bike's all ready, mostly fueled up, a bit more fuel in her. Done the chain, give it a good spray and a clean, it's all sorted out. New rear tyres going good on it. Not ideal in that slop I was at in the Barringtons.
Alright, next level.
But I don't know, you'd need pretty serious tyres to get some grip in that stuff.
Yeah, well,
But yeah, for this sort of riding I'm doing, this setup's pretty well perfect. Alright, I'm going to get organised, put the gear on the bike, fuel it up, and yeah, a couple more sleeps and I can go exploring. Alright then, I will catch you on the next one. Cheers for watching.